As you're converting your course from WebCT into D2L, one of the things that you'll need to be aware of is that journal discussion items that were in WebCT are actually converted into regular discussion items in D2L. And so where the journal items were typically used for communication or assignments between the faculty member and the student, when they're converted into D2L, they're actually placed in a situation where they would be viewable from all students. And so one of the things that you'll need to be aware of as you're converting your course is that you'll need to recreate those journal type discussion items in a Dropbox area within D2L. So to begin this, you'll actually want to select the discussions item from the list, and then from here you'll see a list of all your discussion items. Now this will include both threaded discussion items and journal type discussion items. So what you'll want to do is actually select the discussion item that should be a journal. So in this case I'm going to highlight the text and just copy that. Now I'm going to go to the Dropbox area. Now the Dropbox area is designed to be a communication or submission tool between the faculty member and the student. So in a very similar way that journals are set up. So in this case I'm going to create a new folder by selecting that option and then giving it a new name. I'm going to call this Journal Item 1. And then what I'm going to do is go to the custom instructions area and just paste that text from the discussion item directly in there. So you notice that came over just fine. And you can also set up any sort of grading criteria that you like. So if this is a graded journal, you can choose to set that up. Or you can also choose to have it as an ungraded journal, just more of a reflection type item. So in that case, once you've set that up, you just select Save. And if we go back to the journal list, you'll notice that journal item 1 is now added to there. And you can make that available to all students, just certain students, using the same sort of conditional release features that are available throughout D2L. Now, when we go back to the discussions area, one thing that we want to do is actually make sure that students don't see the discussion, the journal item, as it was just originally brought in. So to do this, we want to select the Edit option, and then go to under the availability heading and choose Hide this topic, and then select Save. Now you can choose to actually delete these items if you like, but I'd recommend waiting to do that until you've cleaned up the entire course and you know for sure that you aren't going to need that and that you've created everything that you need to and converted it all into the Dropbox area. Now the other thing that you'll want to be aware of is once you've made this change in these conversions, you'll probably need to go into the content area within D2L and then find where those journal items were brought into this content area and replace them with the Dropbox item. So in this case, by doing this, you would just select the new topic area, and then you could choose a quick link option, and you would just name this whatever journal item 1, and then find the URL that you'd like to bring in. In this case, we're going to choose from the Dropbox. And then you can choose the journal item 1 and then select Insert. And that will actually, and select Save. Oh, we need to add a module to that, so I'm just going to add that for example purposes in the orientation area. Select Save. And then the next time when you go to your Manage Content area, you'll notice that that journal item has been added to that particular area. And now that you've linked your Dropbox item into that particular area within your content presentation.